The person who has asked the question, which yoga is the best form of yoga, does not understand the meaning of yoga. The person who has asked the question, which form of yoga is the best form of yoga, does not understand the meaning of yoga. Like Kumar Swami ended the subject, and like Rajan in the beginning said something similar, but Kumar Swami told it in the perfect manner. If you want to be in yoga, you have to have all the 4 yogas. This is what Rajan said. But what Kumar Swami said was very beautiful, because we pass through all the stages of yoga. One yoga, you cannot be in yoga with bhakti. You cannot be in yoga with dhyana. You cannot be in yoga with jnana. You cannot be in yoga with karma. No, it's not possible. Kiran, can a person be doing karma for 24 hours? Sudeep, can a person be doing bhakti for 24 hours? Dattatreya, can be doing jnana for 24 hours? And the rest of you who said, even Tanu, can we be doing dhyana for 24 hours? Not possible. You cannot be sitting under, if you think that you can sit like a Buddha under the tree for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years and sit. Show me one person who's like that. Can you tell me one person? Now let us go tomorrow. I will pay the ticket. Where you want to go, I will go. Show me one person who doesn't get up for 24 hours.
Gautam Buddha.
गौतम बुद्ध का हो गया समय, अब 2000 साल हो गया. अभी आप गौतम बुद्ध की बात मत करो. वो क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ, कि गौतम बुद्ध टॉयलेट नहीं जाते थे क्या? हाँ, गौतम बुद्ध खाना नहीं खाते थे क्या? ये गलत बात है. Wrong to believe that Gautam Buddha did not go to toilet, did not go to eat food. No. Be practical. Our session is to be practical. When you wake up in the morning, you need dhyana yoga, you need silence. Don't jump into karma yoga. Then after finishing dhyana yoga, you will be inspired either to do bhakti or karma or jnana. If you have work, then go for your work. But don't come back in the night and sleep. Take out time for bhakti yoga. Do mantra jap, do bhakti, do kirtan, do bhajan. Then, like Dattatreya said, it's no use. If you don't have jnana yoga, like Dattatreya said, you cannot get enlightenment. It is not possible. He is 100% right. And so is Sudeep. The bhakti yoga is very, very important. There is no doubt. But which yoga is better? Somebody asks you. What is the answer?
All the yogas.
All 4 yogas.
All 4 yogas together. No, not only 4 yogas. Sorry, Gautam, wrong. All 4 yogas are needed together for yoga to work. Yoga Narasimhan, did you get my point and you agree or what? No, I will ask Yoga Narasimhan if he agrees or not.
Yes, I agree, but I think Bhakti Yoga only takes us to Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga only takes us to do Karma Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga only takes us.
Okay, excellent. See, that's why my mind took me to Yoga Narasimhan. Let me ask. Yes, Bridget, 1 minute, Bridget, 1 minute. I'm going to call you, okay?
I would like to say,
yeah, say, tell me,
I
Bridget.
cannot be in the 4 yoga because I no understand Hindi and my English is not good enough. No.
I will explain to you. I will explain to you which you will understand, okay?
Even if I listen Benjan or everything, I don't understand what I hear.
Okay, do you pray to God?
No.
You don't pray?
No.
You don't thank, oh Lord, thank you for giving me good life? You don't say thank you to the Creator?
Sometimes,
yeah.
but not.
You must do it. Because who made your nose? Who made your eyes? Who made? There's a power. We don't know who. We don't know. That power is inside you. So you must say thank you, Lord. You know what I say before I eat my food? You know that?
I say thank you for everything. Thank you for what I have, what I give, everything.
So you pay attention to today's call, and before I end the call, I will ask you whether you understood. Please pay attention today, because we will concentrate on this subject. So please pay attention. Yoga, you were saying something, right? So yoga, while I agree with you that bhakti is a very important form of yoga, Let me ask you a question. If somebody starts with karma yoga and sees God in the poor and the suffering and starts serving those gods everywhere, you think God will not create bhakti in such a person?
So to start seeing God in every person, you need bhakti, no, sir?
No.
Like,
No, not necessary. Let me explain to you. Suppose Dattatreya says, I want to start with Jnana Yoga. I don't have bhakti. Let me give you another challenging concept. Suppose you are an agnostic. An agnostic is somebody who does not believe in a God. Suppose an agnostic comes to this program in Ask Air and he is convinced that there is a power called God, and he starts with the self-realization and intellectual realization, then he will grow into bhakti. So I am telling you with personal, I myself started with bhakti yoga. So I'm not telling you, my own story started with bhakti yoga. So are we clear about that?
yes.
So let me explain to you. Gautam Buddha did not start with bhakti yoga. Give me an explanation. Gautam Buddha did not start with bhakti yoga.
Hmm.
He did not believe in a God. He was against God, against the Brahmins. He was against the rituals and the superstitions. How did he get enlightenment? So what I'm trying to say, and I hope of opening this session now to questions, let's try to stick to this subject today. And like Bridget said, and I tried to explain, Bridget, we have to be in yoga. You know the meaning of yoga? Yoga means that you should be connected to God. You should not be connected to perfumes and lobsters and crabs and whiskey. And if you are connected to sensual pleasures, then you are not in yoga, you are in bhoga. Bhoga means you are connected to the world. So we are starting with Bridget's clarification because she's coming to this call from Quebec in Canada. So with that respect, we are coming on the call where we are trying to explain to her, which is beneficial to all. So the point is, we need to be in yoga, but not which yoga is better. No. Yoga is union with the divine. And if you want to be in yoga, my answer is you need all the 4 forms of yoga together. You need silence. If you don't have silence, you're a dead duck. You need silence. You need dhyana. I'm telling you, if you don't have silence, then there is no nutrition for the soul. Just like the body needs air and food and water. You ask Sanjay Das, without silence, can his life be normal? He will tell you, it is impossible for my life to be normal. If he misses 2 days of silence, Sanjay Das will be a nervous wreck. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sanjay Das. Am I saying right? Because I need your permission to say what I'm saying. So my point to you all, you need Dhyana Yoga. Then from Dhyana Yoga, when you cut the noise, you hear the divine voice. Then you are led into Bhakti, Jnana, or Karma. All must not be as a Jiva, but more as an Atma. You must not do karma with the ego. If you do karma with the ego, it is not karma yoga. If you say, I am a doctor, I am a lawyer, I am an engineer. No, you are nothing. What do I say? I am nothing. I do nothing. Everything is done through me. But I by myself do nothing. This is called karma yoga. And in karma yoga, you see God in everybody. You know, I don't know whether I told you all, on Sunday, I went to a home where I saw we have 140 people in one home, and we have another totally 600 people in 3 homes. And I met people whom I picked up from the slum 27 years back. I picked up a baby 27 years back in the slum. Today, that baby is 28 years old. And I have been taking care of him for 28 years. He is mentally handicapped and physically handicapped, both. But he can call my name. And he knows if on my birthday, he will call and tell me, your birthday, you must come and give me chocolate. And that is not only karma yoga, that is bhakti yoga. When you see God in the suffering, it is bhakti yoga. So my dear friends, I think many of you have questions. Let me shut up and give you the chance to ask questions. Please start. Administrator.
Gautam.
Gautam.
Shivam here.
Shivam, Gautam.
Actually, I start my day with Dhyana Yoga. For 1 to 1.5 hours, I'll be in silence. Then again, I come to shop. Then my Karma Yoga. Sometimes I'll do Karma Yoga. So I'm not able to do Gyan Yoga. So how to that?
You are
I'm
not
not
able to
getting-
do. You are not able to do Jnana Yoga because you are not doing Karma Yoga. You are only doing karma. You are only doing your karma in the shop. There is no Karma Yoga. The
Okay.
moment you start doing Karma Yoga, then
Hmm.
automatically you will be blessed to do Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. So you understand how you are saying you can't do Jnana Yoga. You're saying
Yeah.
what you can't do? What is Zoom call? What is this Zoom call? It is Jnana Yoga only, no? Provided you think we are all manifestations of God.
मतलब आप बोला कि reading books और या फिर कोई भी एक books
Any
पढ़ना.
form of Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, any form of learning and asking questions is part of Jnana, not Yoga. Jnana Yoga means when, like, I see Girish Amma as Parvati Amma. When I look at Girish Amma, I see Parvati. I don't see Girish, I say Girish Amma. From today, I will call Parvati Amma. I will not call Girish Amma from today. For you all to know, I will call Girish Amma from today onwards only Parvati Amma. Because this is, if I don't call me, you have to correct me. From tomorrow, if I tell Girish Amma means, you should say you have forgotten God in Girish Amma. You must keep on doing, you must keep on saying Shivoham. You must keep on seeing God in everybody. Bridget, you understand, Bridget, what I'm saying? When you see God in everybody, that is Bhakti Yoga. You don't need to sing Hindi bhajan, which I am singing. No need to learn. No need. I know you like singing. When I do singing, you like. But it's okay to like me singing, but you just see God in all. That's all. That becomes Bhakti Yoga because you're seeing God. You experience God. So next
one
question,
thing-
please.
Yeah, one more thing here. And when we be in Dhyana Yoga, we can open our eyes and we can just focus on some other like tree or else some river. We can be like this when we open our eyes. Or else
If you do Dhyana Yoga and you open your eyes, then you will land in Bangkok. So you better don't do, better you close your eyes. Okay? Better I'm telling you, close your eyes. You don't open your eyes.
Shivam, my lord.
Okay, next question, please.
Tanu.
Tanu. Yes, Tanu. Next question, please.
Tanu is unmuted. Tanu, unmute.
Yeah, Shivoham Guruji. Guruji, I
Sure.
wanted to ask you a question. I hope it does not become very personal, but I wanted to ask you, you were doing very good at your business and everything was going very well. So what was the turning point of your life that you changed your mind, or what stuck in your mind that you thought that it is time for me to go in this journey of enlightenment? And one question, and second question, what stuck to your mind that you said, no, it's not only me who should be enlightened, I should help others also to get enlightenment. So if it's not personal, I would just like to know what were the turning points in your life.
So there's nothing
Did you
personal.
lead the way to it?
Yeah, so what's the last point you said?
How did you make your way to it? Because getting far from
I got
worldly
it.
pleasures, getting
Okay.
far from materialistic world, getting far from success, and getting far from the high that you were in.
Okay, so let me
To
explain to you.
enlightenment.
Yeah, let me explain, okay? And you can ask me any question. You can ask me any personal question. There is no problem. I have no difficulty. I am not somebody who filters questions and answers questions. And I do not answer questions after it is recorded in the studio and give it to you. I answer questions straight from the heart and straight from my consciousness. So you can ask me any question. So, so the first thing is that I started working at the age of 16. I bought my first car at the age of 18. I worked for 18 hours a day, 7 days a week for 25 years. However, after making a lot of money, on the side, I was serving poor people. I opened an ashram. When I was 30 years old, I opened a big temple. So there was karma yoga, there was bhakti yoga, and that was happening in between. There was no dhyana yoga, there was no jnana yoga. There were only two yogas: karma yoga, seva, and bhakti yoga, prayer. Only two yogas. Suddenly, I started feeling more happiness in making a difference than in making money. So I found making a difference was far more fulfilling than making money. One day, God gave me an opportunity. I had a business worth several hundred crores, but I had a loan of 50 crores. I had a loan. And although I worked very hard, that loan was not getting cleared. So one day God gave me an opportunity and said, the customer came and said, I'll give you 50 crores and you will be without loan overnight. And then my guru said, if you like to do karma yoga and bhakti yoga and bhajan and seva, then why don't you go and do it? It was my guru. I was shocked. I was the most leading businessman in India at that point of time. I was covered by BBC and I was covered by everything. But suddenly one day when my guru gave me a signal, he said, you can go. That was a turning point. At the age of 40, I shut down my business. And I started I stopped making money and I started making a difference. Then after 6 years, my guru told me, your life is just going from one country to another country. I went to 100 countries, including Antarctica. Then my guru told me, are you going to live like this and die? Like I tell many of you, are you just going to live and die? Then I said, what should I do? He said, go in quest, go in a talash and find out who am I. That's all my guru said. My guru didn't do anything else because my guru was busy teaching people ABC of happiness and problem solving. But my guru put me on a talash. And when I went on a talash, after 2 or 3 years, from 2012, 2013, 2014, ting tong, I realized the truth about life. There was life realization and self-realization. Only two. There was no God realization. God realization came to me after 2-3 years. I did not realize God. So I'm telling you, it took me more than 2 years to go from life realization and self-realization to Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So I hope I've answered. And that's when I decided, Tanu, that I will dedicate my life only to one thing, to helping people realize the truth. I don't participate in business. I don't sign checks. Although I have a huge business that still belongs to me, I don't do anything. I don't even go to the Anath Ashram. I mean, that I have delegated to others to do. And my mission is to help people get enlightenment. Only one mission. I have no other mission in my life. So I hope that answers all your questions. You have to unmute if you want to say something. You're muted.
Yes, Guruji, I wanted to say one thing more, that all the kids Kempford belong to you?
Yes. No, nothing belongs to me. We come with nothing and we go with nothing. But they are supposed to be in my name. They are registered in my name, but nothing belongs to me. One day I will leave it and go. Nothing in this world belongs to us. We are all trustees. A trustee is somebody who gets something and leaves something. Even Mukesh Ambani does not own Reliance. One day he has to leave Reliance and go. You understand that, right?
Yes. Guruji, I wanted to ask you one thing, that I think I am also quite materialistic. I mean, I am emotional, but I am materialistic. I am fond of mobile phones. Like yesterday, I had a phone and I could not, जैसे आप कहते हैं कि नजरें नीचे कर लो कि कोई चीज नई चीज नजर आए तो मत लो, but I could not resist and I got this new Oppo phone.
Okay.
Now, a person who's submerged in this materialistic world, how much time and how much effort we have to do to come out of it? Because yes, after listening to you, a lot of times I've done this, that I've seen things and I've done my nazre niche ki nahi
let me explain. No, let me explain to you. Why did you buy a new Oppo phone and left your old phone? Can I tell the answer? you bought a new Oppo phone and you left your old phone because you thought that this new phone will give you more pleasure than your old phone. Am I right? When you come to know that the life I am teaching of enlightenment is 10,000 times more pleasure than your new Oppo phone, you will throw it in the dustbin and you will follow enlightenment. But you don't realize that. You don't realize. Only today I was speaking to somebody very dear to me, how she is attached to something, not realizing that enlightenment is 100 times more important and more blissful and more needed in life. So please have patience. Come on this call every day. Now we don't have time, and ask more questions tomorrow.
Today also I changed the curtains, I changed the cushion covers. Maybe it is for better, for making the house more beautiful. But we don't give so much time to our soul to make it beautiful, but we want our house to look beautiful.
Because you do not realize that this house is just like the kiraya ka room. If you go to a hotel, will you buy new TV and put in the hotel room? Will you buy new sofa in the hotel room? Will you buy new curtains and new bed in the hotel room? Will you do it? Will you spend all your money to decorate the hotel room? Why you will not do it? Because you know you have to check out tomorrow morning. You are decorating your house because you don't know you have to check out very soon. So please contemplate on that. Next question,
Next.
please.
Yoga Narasimha.
Yoga, you come back. Can I help you, Yoga?
So like I was trying to do all the yogas, but since I was like working and by your teaching, I learned that I'm not that I want to be a vessel of God and do karma yoga. So if we think like that, like I'm going to do karma yoga by my job and keep a percentage of earnings to do karma yoga, like serving the poor people and thing like that. Will that be karma yoga? Because I'm trying to search for people on the streets and everything. I'm not finding anybody to do karma yoga.
No, I'll help you find. Send me your location. I'll lead you to the people. But Yoga Narasimhan, if you do service by giving percentage of your salary to the poor, that is not karma yoga. That is only good karma. If you want karma yoga, you must do that same seva, thinking that you are doing it to God. So here is the answer I'm giving you. From tomorrow, you will do this and then you will report back to the group. You will buy Parle biscuits. You will buy Parle biscuits and you will walk on the road and you will feed dogs. Don't tell me you can't find street dogs. There is no place in India where you don't get street dogs. Please serve Parle biscuit to the dog and fold your hands and tell, oh God, please accept my Parle biscuit. You please do this for 2 days and you come back and tell me that you have experienced God or not. Don't give biscuit to the DOG. Give biscuit to the DOG as God. Give biscuit to the God in the dog. Please try this, Yoga Narasimhan. If you don't find street dogs, send me your location. I will send street dogs to you. But you please tell me where you are, and I will make sure that one of the people in this group only will be near to you. We will make sure street dogs reach you if you are out. Only you need Parle biscuits or glucose biscuit. Whatever. I don't know the power. Same thing. Thank you. Last question, Administrator. Anybody else?
Kiran Kathuria.
Kiran Kathuria. Maji. Kiran Kathuria. Mataji nahi hai call pe. So anybody else?
Maybe she's not able to unmute.
So what I can do? I can't go and unmute for her, no? Administrator, can you unmute for her? Okay. Admin, anybody else? In case Kiran comes online last, we'll give her a chance. Otherwise,
We have one typed question from Jyoti.
Yes. Tell me, please. Read the question.
Please explain it again about vasanas and samskara in simple words.
No, we won't explain again, Jyotri, because there are so many hot questions. Keep that question when there are no questions. Sometimes people get paralyzed and there are no questions. But now it's changing. Now I'm finding Garma Garam. I'm finding after Dattatreya told everybody, see, everybody come properly. Dattatreya gave strong word. Come with some tough questions. So now everybody is coming with, otherwise Dattatreya will get upset at them. So now Dattatreya is managing the tough questions. And
I
Yes,
have one
yes.
more question
Yeah.
from Govardhan.
Yes, okay, read the question from Govardhan.
Sometimes I get caught with negative thoughts, but I'm fine now. Then how to overcome negative thoughts sometime, and also how to overcome psychic thoughts?
As long as your mind is a monkey, you cannot overcome negative thoughts. You have to tame the monkey and make it into a monk. You have to cut the tail of the monkey. Monkey. When you cut the EY of the monkey, you become a monk. How do you cut the EY? EY means ever yelling and ever yearning. You have to stop this ever yelling and ever yearning. That is the secret. And the moment your mind from a monkey, it becomes a monk, you reach the state of samadhi or Sat Chit Anand. Then you have tamed the monkey. Then the mind is incapable of thinking negative thoughts. You feed your thought factory with positive thoughts, faith, love, hope, encouragement, optimism, forgiveness, courage, confidence. Fill with positive thoughts and put your intellect as one Dadaji of the Dada of the mind. Let your intellect control the mind and feed positive energy, positive energy, positive energy. And you will only think positive thoughts. Thank you.
Guruji, one question I had, I wanted to ask you why you have retreat only in the weekdays. I'm
Okay,
not
tomorrow.
able to attend because my classes are there. Please have a retreat on Sunday.
Tomorrow. So you please send that message to us. Point is noted. But people have time to go to do other type of yoga now. So with folded hands, thank you for your amazing questions today. And even that person who asked us the first question, I bow down to all of you with namaskars and looking forward to your divine presence every day at 8. Tomorrow it's at 7:30. Tomorrow is Friday. Bridget, I hope you are able to understand a little bit about yoga and how to remain in yoga. But keep in touch and we will help you personally on more and more things. With that note, Shivoham, may God bless you all. Thank you. Shivoham, Shivoham.